the Reserve Bank of India in an announcement today has said, and they have extended rather, the risk-based internal audit framework to NBFCs as well as urban cooperative banks. Remember, the risk-based internal audit framework was already applicable to scheduled commercial banks, and in fact the RBI had put down certain further norms and further steps to be taken to strengthen the internal governance and audit systems of scheduled commercial banks in January this year. Now, what the RBI has said is that this risk-based internal audit framework will be applicable to all deposit-taking NBFCs regardless of their size, and also non-deposit-taking NBFCs with asset size of 5,000 crores and above. And this will be applicable to the urban cooperative banks which have an asset size of 500 crores and above. The Reserve Bank of India has additionally also highlighted the reason and what will really strengthen this risk-based internal audit framework. They have said that what will really help is a well-defined policy for internal audit, functional independence with sufficient standing, effective channels of communication, adequate audit resources with sufficient professional competence. And apart from that, they have specifically focused on the independence of the internal audit committee, which will help in strengthening the governance. Now, what the Reserve Bank of India has also mandated is that the NBFCs as well as the UCBs have to put in place this risk-based internal audit before 31st of March 2022. They have also said that these NBFCs and UCBs can put in place a committee of senior executives to help the smooth transition from the current system to a system of risk-based internal audit. And they have said that this committee will be responsible for formulating a suitable action plan. They will also address transitional and management change issues. They should also report the progress periodically to the board as well as to the senior management. The Reserve Bank of India has further given details in terms of what is the objective and scope of the risk-based internal audit framework, what will be the role of the board and the audit committee of board. They have said that the board of directors, the audit committee of board of NBFCs as well as the UCBs are primarily responsible for overseeing the internal audit function in the organization. Specifically, they have also spoken about the function, saying that the internal audit function should assess and make appropriate recommendations to improve the governance processes on business decision making. They have highlighted the need for enough authority, stature, independence and resources to be given to actually strengthen the risk-based internal framework. But very important to look at what experts believe is that this is of course a good move that has come in for NBFCs. This was in the works, but the main thing that experts are also pointing out is that there is nothing that will work well like good statutory and surveillance by RBI itself. So what experts are saying is that despite having a risk-based internal audit framework, scheduled commercial banks have seen their share of frauds and issues within the banks. Similarly, if similar things can continue to happen in NBFCs as well. So what's really important is to strengthen the surveillance by RBI themselves, but definitely being seen as a good move for NBFCs as well as for urban cooperative banks.